Well, guys...
Stop! What? We aren't doing that anymore!
This is how YouTuber apologies have been done for years. What are you talking about?
Not anymore, they're not. People are paving the way for new methods to come across as insincere. Can you play a ukulele?
No. Why?
See for yourself.
Okay. Oh man, I gotta learn how to play a ukulele now? Please subscribe. I spent $60 on this bit and now I own a ukulele. Hi, I'm Austin and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're gonna have to hear about the apology video that we're gonna be talking about today. Now, I've always been fascinated by the YouTuber apology video. From the formulaic nature of them to the vague wording that makes it sound like they're taking accountability, but then you realize that they just aren't. You could say that by this point, the YouTuber apology has been boiled down to an art form. But then we had the Sienna May apology video, which really shook things up in the field. It really let us know that just because you're a piece of shit, that doesn't mean you can't be creative about it. We have a new contender for the worst apology video on the platform of all time, honestly. I don't know if anyone could really top this. So if you're like me and a little bit out of the loop on the Colleen Ballinger situation, here's a quick summary. Over the last few years, allegations have been coming out towards Colleen, better known as Miranda Sings, if she looks familiar but you can't quite place it. That's the character she played. And over the last few months, they've been ramping up more. Now, these range from just being creepy to underage fans, to grooming, to child labor. Honestly, like just the worst list of things you could be accused of as a person. And if you want more specific details, I recommend going to check out the victims' channels. Specifically, the person that's been the most vocal is Adam Mcintyre. I'll link to their channel in the description as well as a few other people. Please go support them. So with all these allegations mounting up, what do you think is the best way someone should deal with this? Is it to make a video that's a heartfelt apology, taking accountability for everything, and maybe just talking about taking a break, going to therapy? Maybe instead you keep it offline and you deal with it behind the scenes with lawyers and talking to the actual victims instead of making a public apology. Now, those are both solid choices, I think, and usually what YouTubers will take, one or the other. Colleen, however, decided to go for a third route that I have not seen before. 10 minutes of white girl ukulele. Look, before we even get into this, ukulele? Really? Do you live in 2012 still? I don't know what it is, but I feel like when I see someone pull out the ukulele, they're about to have the most privileged and worst takes. I don't know, it's just one of those instruments. Also, like, real quick, my apologies to the ukulele people. It's time to pick up a better instrument. Anyway, the video is titled Hi, and at the time of me writing the script, it had about 78,000 likes, which seems actually pretty high, and no emotion in the face at all. Incredible.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break.
Alright guys, take notes here. Every good apology video should start off with you talking about how it affects you personally.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
As I was watching this video to kind of write some stuff down, it just dawned on me that, like, even if she presented me with, like, undeniable proof that she was in the right this whole time, I wouldn't believe her because she picked the worst way to deal with it.
You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train.
You gave your apology video a hook? How do you expect anyone to take this seriously? Am I going insane? Have I just not waken up from a dream or something and, like, the internet? Like, or have we really just gotten to this point?
My team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say. I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
You know that's not what they meant. You know that's not what they meant. Is this the final stage of narcissism? Like, all my family and friends told me that I probably shouldn't talk about this, but you know what, guys? Loophole, we can sing! If someone ever finds a way to top this apology video, that's gonna be an interesting one, that's for sure. Anyway, this video is like 10 minutes long for some reason, so I'm just gonna try and get to the main points.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
It kind of rocks to have the self-awareness to admit you were a loser, but not the self-awareness to admit to any wrongdoing. If you did anything wrong, that's just because you were a loser. And everyone knows losers can't do anything wrong.
There were times in the DMs when I would overshare, details of my life, which was really weird of me.
So at this point, you might be thinking, like, overshare what? Sex stuff to underage kids. I think there was some stuff about virginity. I feel like we can't really gloss that over. Also, not to be pedantic here, putting mayo on everything is weird. This is predatory.
I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
Again, for the record, Colleen was like 30 when these were happening. I'm a firm believer that people can change and we need to give people second chances. When you're 30 though, you've been an adult for probably longer than some of the fans you're messaging have been alive. That stops being a whoopsie I didn't know is all I'm saying.
So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
Ah!
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes.
Unless it's you, of course, and then it's a problem and the internet is out to get you.
Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
Joke's on you, Colleen. Not only am I not making money on this video because I can't monetize this channel, I also spent money on it and I bought a ukulele, so technically, I've also lost a part of my soul. Also, like, just real quick, if you wrote this whole thing knowing the response would be negative, did you consider just not at any point? I feel like YouTubers forget they can just not do a thing. You didn't have to write the song and then make the video. You could have stopped. If you were, like, writing the song and went, oh, I feel like everybody's just gonna be negative, just don't then. Hindsight 2020, you didn't need hindsight for this one, though. You're just digging your own grave, but in song, it's kind of like that Eric Andre shoots Hannibal bit, but it's you shooting your own career.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past.
Wait, you mean to tell me we all haven't chatted with 16-year-olds and groomed them and got them to do free child labor while we're in our 30s running a successful YouTube channel? Well, sorry! You do understand you didn't, like, say a slur on Twitter in 2011. That's not what we're canceling you for. These are, like, very serious allegations. Well, I made an off-color joke once, and now the whole world... You're telling me the whole world has never made an off-color joke? You're telling me the whole world has never groomed a minor? What are you fucking talking about? Anyway, she goes on like a minute rant about this, and then makes a claim that her Miranda Sings character is PG-13, as if that exonerates her from talking to underage fans, implying that, like, when you're above 13, you're not on... Like, what are you trying to say here? I don't understand. When I was 15, I was just as easily taken advantage of as when I was 12, especially if you're in a position of power. I don't understand the logic here. Also, fact check. I went to check out the Miranda Sings Netflix series, Haters Back Off. It's just PG. She also rants for a little bit about parental controls, which again, piggybacking off what I just said, doesn't solve the problem here. Well, you know, maybe your parents shouldn't let you watch people on YouTube because they might talk to you. Like, what logic is that? Don't talk to your underage fans.
It doesn't matter that these things aren't true. Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
Look, all I'm gonna say about this is, I don't know anyone in this personally, but if you're innocent of something, you're probably not gonna go through all the effort to write a song about how you're innocent. I don't know. I wouldn't. Anyway, that more or less wraps up the video, though I do like this one part where she goes in for the dramatic camera ending, you know, this thing. But instead of, you know, turning the video off finally, I think she realizes she didn't hit the 10-minute mark for the premium ads, so she goes for an encore. Not asked for. My braless wife brought me a Colleen Vlogs encore, not asked for. So yeah, I guess you could say Miranda really sang today.
Wow, great joke. So funny. Man, this guy with the puns. Are you my dad?
On like a serious note though, this has gotta be one of the worst videos on all of YouTube, I think, at this point. It literally addresses nothing and just comes across as tone deaf, so good job, Colleen. You've united the entire internet against you, including people who were not following this and did not know much about you before, like myself. I do recommend, if you've made it this far, if you haven't already, go give support to the victims. Again, they're the ones that went through this, not me. I just want to talk about this terrible video. And they also have all the details. I only briefly went through what they said. There's like hours of footage. Also, while you're here still, let me know if you guys want me to look at the Miranda Sings Netflix show for a video, because there's been some reports coming out about stuff with that, and I don't know, I talk about media usually on this channel. Go check out my playlist of videos you can watch of mine that might make you laugh or think or subscribe. And subscribe while you're at it, as I did spend money on that ukulele. Bye.